Hello and welcome to that Wibbly feeling ASMR. I'm really glad that you've joined us for this today. We're going to have a bit of fun and just do a bit of Lego building today. I've been looking forward to doing this one for a wee while, so I'm just going to crack on and see how we go. Right. So today's Lego is the Speed Champions Back to the Future Time Machine, or the DeLorean. It was recommended to me by my friend Graham, who has one himself, and was saying they're selling like hotcakes and you really need to get your hands on one. And I'll be honest, I love Back to the Future and I would have done anything for this. So I managed to track it down, and it wasn't that expensive. It was about £25, if that. But apparently it's a really satisfying build and just a lot of fun. So I can't wait to get it all built and configured. In fact, I've been excited about this all day, and I've been humming Back to the Future themes and Huey Lewis in the news and singing to myself because I'm just excited about it. So I hope you'll enjoy. I'm just going to put this to one side, and I decided, because if you saw my video with the unboxing of the bingo set, you would have realised it was quite clattery and loud, because we're dealing with a lot of plastic, Lego, noisy bits and pieces, and I don't want to harsh or mellow, so I thought I'd bring in this nice sort of dinner mat, and I can use this to put my pieces on. Right, so let's get the box back. So this is what it looks like on the front, and then the bits and pieces from the side, and then that's the back. That looks so cool, and I can't wait to configure it to the Back to the Future 2 version. It's just, that's my jam. That's the one I want. So I'm going to be doing that today. I really want to keep the box in good condition as well. So I'm going to try my best not to damage it too badly. So I'm just going to try and figure out how we open this darn thing without tearing the cardboard. So, I'm not entirely sure. I think this bottom flap opens up. I just know that whatever I do, I'm gonna mess it up. Yeah, there's a wee bit of perforation there, so I think I can push that in with my thumb. In fact, there is a thumb icon on it, so let's go for it. Ooh, that was quite loud, so I'll have to be very careful not to continue being that loud, and I'll have to maybe lower the volume on that part of the video. Right, so this is very gently opening up. So what have we got inside? I noticed that Lego have transitioned from plastic to more environmentally friendly paper packaging. And oh, cool! What's this? It looks like the great big thing that the Doc put on the back of the car when Marty was travelling back to the future. So that one looks significant. Pop that at the back there. I've got this thick instruction manual. Hopefully it won't take forever to build this. And some neat decals as well. So if I just bring that up a bit closer, there's one there for, take my glasses off, the plutonium chambers, just there. I don't know if you can see that. I'll zoom in a little bit, there we go. And some other cool bits and bobs. There's the DeLorean logo there. And yeah, great. Okay, so pop that to one side as well. Okay, we've got another wibbly wobbly aerial, and I can only imagine that's the stand or possibly the base of the DeLorean. So yeah, so that's it. That's empty now. So I'll discard the box, put that safely on one side, because I really want to put that on the shelf next to it. Right now, so we've got 3, 2, 5, 4. This would be number 1. Okay. Right then. I'm very excited. So flip it up a little bit. We got here. So, that's so cool. Okay, so the first thing we're going to build is, by the looks of it, Marty McFly. That's fantastic. It was worth it just for that minifigure. Right. Let's hit it with that. Oh, hello, birdie. That's my cuckoo clock, as I mentioned before on the previous video. Right. So we've also got part 1 and part 1 of this pack as well. And I've got little bits and pieces. Here we go. Oh, look at that, fresh Lego. This, of course, will go into the recycling. So thank you, Lego, for making it as recyclable as possible. So, there we go. Right, so easy start. So we need legs, Marty's legs, Marty's torso, and pop those together. Very satisfying. And then we've got Marty's life preserver / Chile. Cool 80s Chile. And then you've got Marty's head. I'm just trying to make sure I don't accidentally put the dog head on Marty's body. And yes, there is the danger you can do that, but that's cool. There we go, I've got the right one. There we go, that's neat. And then Marty should have some hair somewhere. See it. Perhaps it is in the back. Have another look. There. That's a bit of a worry. Could it possibly be in? Yes. There it is. Well done. Okay, so let's stick that on. There we go, that's pretty neat. Just trying to zoom in on that. That's cool. And it's got this funny little hole at the back, which I assume is to probably secure him into his seat or something. But we'll get to that. Right. So Marty, if you would just stand there and supervise. Thank you. Much appreciated. And then the next page. As I thought, we're going to be building Doc Brown. There we go. So that's his torso with his nuclear power sign on the back, or radiation warning sign. Whatever it is, I'm not a scientist. There we go. So that's Doc's body. And I'm going to put I'll give him a smiling face, because he's got a smiling face, but he's also got a Great Scott kind of face as well. There we go, Great Scott. And then let's go with smiling face, and then just pop his hair in. And there we go. Oh, that's wrong. There we go. There's Doc. Looking cool. Right. So you stand by Marty there, please, Doc. Much appreciated. There. Okay. Let's zoom back in. So, now we're on to the main part of the build. So the first piece we need is one of these, and one of these things here. We just pop them together like that. Great. Now, I believe that goes on there. Yes. And that's section 1 done. Okay. Section 2. So this is section 3. So we need one of these. Only 4 of these. So 4 of these black L-shaped pieces. That's it. So we'll just pop those together. So 1, 2, 3. And 4. Can't believe that. That was complicated for me. Right. Okay, so next one is this black square and this blue sixer. So the black square goes in the front. Just I'm going to turn it. There, that's it. And then we'll pop in the blue right there. Perfect. So we need 2 more of these funny neat pieces. And they go, on there, like that. And then this other one to go on there, like that. Perfect. So that's what it looks like in the light and close up. Brilliant. Okay. So next on the agenda are 2 of these grey square sort of pieces, and we pop those on either end at the back here. There we go. And then we need 2 blue discs, these fellas here, like that. So we pop those right there. There. Great. Now it's funny because this wasn't going to be my first Lego ASMR. I've got a couple of things in the cupboard that I've had since last Christmas 2024, and August was my birthday, and I had something else. So I've got some cool pieces still to build, and I had planned to do those first. But when Graham, my friend, let me know about the Speed Champions Lego, it didn't seem too big a build for my first ASMR Lego build. So I thought I'll crack on and do that. And I'm glad I did, because it's a nice way to start. And then I figure we can go on to more complicated ones that will take maybe multiple sessions. For example, I've got the Lego Bat Bike from the most recent Batman film, which had our friend Patterson, Robert Pattinson. That's it. Apologies. I think he's a fantastic actor, and I have a terrible memory, and I'm just a bit tired today as well. So I'm doing that poor guy no favours. So not that he'll watch this and care who I am, so that's fine. But yeah, but I've got that back bike to build, and I'm really looking forward to that. I've also got Wally, which I love that, and I love that film, and my wife bought me Wally, and I thought that would be a great one to build as well, because it's so cute, and that will be a lot of fun. But the one I'm really looking forward to building is the Ecto-1 Ghostbusters car that I've had in the cupboard since Christmas 2024. I'm so excited to build that one. My wife bought me that one as a special treat, and that was pretty much my main Christmas present that year. And it just took me a long time to get round to building it and everything. So, and then we take this piece that was loose in the box, and we attach it to this piece. So it's exactly the same either side, either way round. That's good. So I'm just going to, yeah. So those bits there go into this bit here, like that. That's it. And we're done. And then next page. There we are. Okay. So that's that. And then this section on here. Love that red. It's really vibrant. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. Again, not concentrating. I'm going to pop that together first. There we go. Very satisfying. And then we'll pop this in as follows. There we go. It looks like that. Neat. Next up, need two more of these funny little pieces, and pop them together back here by the bit there, and that one goes on like that. Perfect. Okay, there. We need 4 of these grey neat little pieces here. Okay, so this one goes there. This one goes there. Like that. And then lots of fingers. There we go. And then the last two go with the very friendly, like that. There we are. Done. I just noticed on this that Marty is walking along the bottom of the page, and I assume that that's your progress bar. So if you're this far in, you're probably about 15 to 20% of the way there, maybe. So, not more than 15 anyway. So I don't think it won't be that long a build, but it's still lots of fun. Okay. Make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay, right, so we need 2 red discs like this, and 1 more of those funny grey thingies there, and 1 of these lovely grey little squares with a sort of notch in the middle, nodule in the middle. And then they go, 1 there, there we are, this one here, like that, and then the 2 red pieces there, and there, ta-da, excellent. Right, so next I need 2 of these blue pieces, and a white, 2 of the white 3 pieces there, and they just go and rest on here as follows, like that, and like that, and then we put the blue discs at the end of each piece, like this, and it looks like that. That's it. Great. We're getting there. Okay. Now I need 2 of the black, 3 pieces, and they go on the front here. So again, I'll just pop them on like that. 1 and 2. They're fine. And then we need 4 of these pieces with a, we just tap that so you can focus on this. I don't know if it'll focus. Anyway, but it's got like a kind of little hook on it. I don't know if you can see it there. No. You need 4 of those anyway. So 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now they go in front of the white pieces. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can barely see them because it's black on black. But if I get the light just there we go, you can see them there. There they are. Okay. According to Marty McFly here, just here on the page, we're about, I don't know, about a third of the way through the build. So we made some good progress last time. So I'm up to about here on the build, and I think it matches this page just there. So the next section is to deal with these funny little doobries right here, which I'm just going to put towards the camera. So I've got 1 of those, and 1 of these funny things, and yeah, that wasn't quite in focus. 1 of these things, and and a couple of little cool little panels. There's like a little computer panel there. I don't know if you can see that. If I get it close, that's better. Isn't that really neat? Isn't that really neat? And then we need 1 of these, and 1 of those funny little nodules there. So that's it. just do a quick scan and pan of those, and then we're all ready to come back in. Right, so let's pop this together. So while I'm doing this, I wanted to address the, I wouldn't say problems I've been having with my account, but it's been a bit of a rough start so far. This is my fourth video, my fourth planned ASMR video, and unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but I've posted 3 videos so far, and I have to say I'm very proud of the edits. I didn't think one of them would make the cut, to be honest, but I was very happy with the way they all came out. But I realised too late for now, I think anyway, that I've gone too heavy with editing the sound, and instead of trying to just whisper and keep my voice as low as possible and as calm as possible whilst recording, I use, oh, hello Birdie. Birdie's off again. I used too much background filter, and I've basically lowered it too much, and you can hear the videos that I've posted with headphones in, and it's not too bad, and you could probably enjoy that and fall asleep to it. But I realised that if you're watching it just on a television, you have to put the volume up so high that I'm sure the next video would just be completely jarring, that the next one that played. So it's a shame. They're not unwatchable. But I was talking about this with my wife the other day, the small Scottish one, who I love very much, and we decided that it's best to leave. I'm going to leave them up. And they're just an example of a testament, I guess, to the journey, because I'm proud that I did them, and I'm proud that I got me off the ground and it got me going, and I'm really excited about my next videos now, and the more I do, the easier it gets. And I'm hoping that this video that I do this time, this one that I'm doing right now with you guys, will just be a bit better, and then every single one I do after that will get better and better. So we'll just keep plugging away. I'm only doing it for the love of doing these videos anyway. I find it relaxing for myself to do these films and record these bits and pieces, and it's just a bit of fun, and it just makes me happy, and I hope one day someone will find some of these videos useful and helpful and help you fall asleep. And I'm going to carry on and just do more content and just make things better. So this next section wants me to add this teeny tiny little gear stick to the Back to the Future car there. So I'm just gonna put this in now, like this. There we go. You can see, I think it's lit up enough to see. Let me pop this in there like that. That's it. Can you see that? That's cool. Okay, so what are we up to now? So I need 2 of these funny things, 2 of these fellas, and I'll pop those in. So that goes like that. If I'm doing this correctly, is that right? Yeah. And then this one goes that side, like that. That's it. There we go. Okay. Oh, now we have two really cool wheel arches. Look at that. I mean, I assume they're wheel arches. They look like they're going over the wheels. So we'll plug those in as well. So they just pop in on here, like this, and here, like go. That's your wheel arches. Nice. Oh yeah, I got it that way around in the picture. That's it, that's better. There we go. So, next one is we've got this square black two notched piece, and this long grey piece, and then this, two of these grey fellas here. Now, if you're of a certain age, you'll understand me when I say they look a little bit like Johnny Five. Okay, so where do these pop? They pop onto one there. So this one goes here. And then this one here. Oop. This one here. And then that one there. And that one there. And next up, two of these. Pop one there. And one there. There we go. Looking good. Looking pretty cool. I love that. It's got those that little cross section there, that there, to put the wheels in. That's going to be a real smooth vehicle, I think, when it's done. That's it. Okay, so these bits must be spares. There's even a wee spanner, but I'm sure that goes in the dock's hand or something, does it? Let me have a look. Oh, it does. Sorry. So the Doc Brown here gets to carry this spanner. That's neat. Let me. Oh, I've torn his hair off. Okay, one sec. There we go. Poor Doc. There. There we go. Doc Brown. Doc Brown looking cool. There we go. How neat is that? I love it. I love it. Right, I'm popping back down for now. And that's it. So these are spares. So I'll put the spares out of the way, slide them across, and then go into bag two. There's lovely bag two. It's lovely crinkling packaging. I'm surprised because my Norfolk Terrier, Raisin, she's asleep under me at my feet as we speak. And normally when you rattle the bag like this, any kind of crinkly packaging, she immediately associates that with treats. In fact, I'm even being dangerous saying treats because she's learned what that word means as well. There we go. That's bag two. I'm going to pour that out. There we are. Recycle that later. So let's take a look and see what we've got in close up. So there's the car, a DeLorean as it is in section one. And then here we get all of these cool pieces from part two. So you can see we've got like a cool little axle looking thing, these red funny funky things, and whatever that is, that looks pretty neat. This I find exciting. I've no idea what it is, but it's a great shape, so I'm looking forward to that. And of course, flux capacitor. Amazing. Okay, that's going to be neat. And then some sort of grill. So this is just going to be cool. So on we go. On we go. So first one is this black bar with the flat panel black bar piece there. And I need one of these, 8 of these grey things. Oh wow. Okay, so according to this, I've put 8 of these all the way across the back. Okay, let's do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. So that's there. That's your 8 of those fun little thingies there. And then we need to pop in 2 of these sort of triangular flat panels. And they must go, how do they go? On top, like this. So one there. Oh, I'm starting to break them. Don't want to break them apart. One there. And blow the dust off. And one just there. So now the finished piece looks like this. How cool is that? That's really neat. So is that the front of the car, perhaps? We'll find out. If I flip the page, there we go. Yeah, and just as I thought, this goes on the front of the DeLorean right here. And that black bar is at the front and the grille is facing down. So if I pop that on, where it should fit in the front here, that's so cool. There we go. So that's what that looks like there. And you can see already, especially if you're a fan of Back to the Future, you can see that that's starting to take shape already. You've got the panel there with the grey outer body of the DeLorean. That's really neat. I'm loving it. Right, let's pop that back there. Then, we need a sticker. This is where it gets dangerous. So we've got the DeLorean Motor Company sticker to add on here. There it is. Number 6. Okay. So I've got to transfer this sticker, this small one here, to that one there. So let's do my best there. I find these very stressful. Same with building an Airfix model, is trying to get them on there without crumpling it or leaving it skew if. It's really frustrating to get it wrong. So I'm going to have to do my very best. And I'm going to have to take my glasses off actually as well. Right, because I can't focus without hurting my eyes. So what have we got here? So does this line up straight? There we go. It's lining up straight, I think. Come on. Blow off the dust. Yeah, that's pretty good. There we go. DeLorean. That's neat. Loving that. Oh, I'm going to leave my glasses off. This is much better. Right, so that's that sticker added. So we'll now go to the next section. So we need a couple of these, one of these grey blocks here, and that just goes on the front. That just goes on here, like that. Pop, there we go. And then we need 3 blue tours. I'm not sure what you call all these. I'm sure there is a professional name for each and every one of these, but I have no idea. So I'm just going to call them what I think they would be called. So one there, and one here. There we go. And that looks like that. So it's starting to shape up. Really cool. Such a satisfying build. I really like it. Now you might notice that I've got just a wee bit of a cold as well. My wife wasn't very well the other day, and she had a bit of a cold, and I think it partly transferred to me, which is sad. But yeah, just had a bit of a cough, but it's left me with a bit of a husky voice, and I keep losing my voice every morning and having to recover it. But can't be helped. Right, there's your, whatever that is. There's a couple of these little holder type things. I'm not sure what they do. They hold like a pipe, or they're like little mini figure hands. These little, I'll show you in close up because it'll probably be easier. But yeah, these little mini figure droppers there. So they, yeah, like little minifigure hands, and those are going to hold something, I assume some sort of bar, but we'll figure that out in a bit. Right, I need 2 of these. There we go. So that's it, 2 of those thingies. Pop those on either side of the hooks, those clamps. That's it. Then I need 2 of these door sweaters, and we need 1 of those, and 1 of those, and 2 of those. So let's have a quick scan of what they are. So we just need 2 of those, 1 of that little grey round thing, 1 of the red round thing, and 2 of the blue round things. Neat. Okay, so we will, what do we do? Okay, so with 1 of them we do that and pop the grey, and then with the other one we pop a blue on and we pop a red, and they look like this. That's it. They look like that. And they go, 1 goes there, there, and 1 goes there. Oh, hang on, there. That's it. Cool. Okay, and then we have 1 here. We'll pop this grey panel onto here. Black panel, not grey panel. That's it. Pop that there. And then I need 2 of these blue tours, 2 blue tours, and I'm just going to pop them next to the grey blocks here, like that. There we are. Neat. Oh, having a bit of a cold actually probably helps with the ASMR because it makes my voice a bit softer and huskier. Oh, excuse me, makes me tired. I yawned a lot. So that goes there. Okay, so what I've done is I've got this grey panel here. I just accidentally picked up the blue bit that it was on there, but that's fine because it's where it's supposed to go. But I just thought I'd show you this weird panel. So this comes on this side of the DeLorean, the side facing the camera, and then where do I pop that on there like that? That's it, and then the blue thing goes on there. That's it. So we put another blue one on top as well. So we've got 1 underneath, which you can't see, can you? Oh yeah, you can see. So 1 underneath and then 1 on top. There. So that's it. That should be in the right place. It's lined up next to the one of the other little panels as well there. So that's great. And then I need to do exactly the same thing, but on the other side. So you can see the reverse angle there. So that's actually a bit easier, a little bit quicker. And that can pop in. Oh, so tiny, and I got big fat fingers. There we go. That's it. Neat. Okay, still shaping up nicely. Still shaping up nicely. Right then, so next section. What are we on next? Okay, so I've got 2 wee grey thingies like that. There we go. And I've got 2 of these black tours, and they're also ready there as well. Okay, so we have 1 that goes like this. This is a more of a delicate thing, so I'm gonna just film this from a close up. So there we go. So we've got, we're putting this grey one here, this grey fella, onto this one on this side, like that. I'll straighten that in a sec because I'm using 1 hand. And then this one on this side, I think. Oh, sorry, this one on this side. I think that's right. And then when they go on the DeLorean here. So that one goes there. like that, and I'll straighten that up. And then this one goes here. Ah, yeah. Oh, hang on. Yeah, so I've messed that up a little bit. So this one needs to turn around. So what I'll do is just quickly come off camera and then pop it back there like that. There we go. So now I just need to just plop it into place on top of the blue and grey bits here. There we go. Lovely. I can't help myself, I keep humming the Back to the Future theme tune. Terrible. gonna get accused of copyright or something. Right, where am I? So how does this work? Okay, so the next section is interesting because we've got one of these grill things, but we need two of these grey fellas, these like sideways on ones, like that. If I turn them that way, there we go. And then one red clear plastic nodule and one green clear plastic nodule. Okay, so then we take one of these. Ah, yeah. So one of these has the grey thing on it like that. So let me. One of them has this grey thing like this, and then the other one will be the green and the red glassy looking bits like this. Neat. Okay. And then they go on. Which sections do they go on? Is it there like that? Oh, that is delicate. These ones make me nervous because they go in and they're just held on by one joint, by one notch. So they always make me nervous because they'll just, if you're not careful and you've got heavy fingers, you'll basically knock them out and it'll just be a tragedy. So, okay. But I'm not gonna, that's the design and I'm sure it has a very good reason and it's fantastic. Now for the fun bit, because we've got the flux capacitor to build, which is this piece here and this piece here. And as you can see, if you can just about see, the flux capacitor itself has like a little notch in the bottom because it wants you to notch it into this hole here. So that's cool. So just sort of click it together into that. Okay, right then, let's see if we can do it. So which way around does it go? That way round. Yep. And then I'll try not to break this. More importantly, no swearing. Oh, actually, that was actually very, very easy. And there we go, and you can see that it's you can see that it's there in its panel, and that's done. So I do apologise, by the way, for these close-ups with my fingers because my fingers are still quite weather damaged from the cold and they're a bit chapped and they're not the most attractive. I'm really sorry if I'm putting anybody off their sleep, and don't have nightmares, will you? But there we go. So that's it. So the flux capacitor is now flux capacitating, and that's in there ready to go. And what I thought actually was the front of the car, I thought this was the front because the gear stick's there. I've just realised because in the film the flux capacitor is behind the seats, so this is actually behind Marty McFly and the dog, and it's in the rear. So actually we're looking at the front here. So I just think that's pretty neat. Yeah, so I was completely turned around, like almost, I guess, literally in some ways. Right, okay, so we've now got to take, now the flux capacitor's in, we need two of these panels here. Okay, so we've got two of those and two of these funny little bits with a bar on it for sort of clamping into place. So there we go. Okay. Oh, I see now. Okay, so they actually clip in to this section here, just here, where there's those little clamps. So they make up the seats that Marty and the dog sit in. So I'm just popping them together like this. That's it. They look like that. Pop them together like that. And I'll do the other one in front of the camera so you can see it. So that's it there like that. We take this panel piece here and we just pop them together like that, and that's it. Might just zoom out a touch, and that's that. Perfect. So great. My hands look really terrible. I've got old man hands at the moment. They're all kind of wrinkly and and dry. So I need to put on some more of my hand lotion. Right, so that's your seats in. Fantastic. So they're in there for them for the most part. Okay, and then that's that section done. So next section, so you've got your panels, you've got your rear seats, and then you've got this fella here, this piece here, to put in to the back of the car. So there you go, that goes here. Pop that into there like that, and then you can just see how that's supposed to look a little there like that. Wicked. Right, now I need one of these funny things. It looks a bit like a Batman grappling hook or something. So that's cool. That clips in to the two little clamps there at the back. So I drop those in and pop that into place, and then that just sort of goes there. If you can see that. Will that zoom in? Oh, I don't know. There we go. I'll get better at that stuff. But anyway, you can zoom it into here. That'll zoom into there like that. So that's what it looks like. Great. Okay. That's that section done. Very quick sections. It's a bit of a thick book, but it's very like straightforward. Lots of little bits and pieces. And then that. Oh, I see. So all I had to do for that section was just to push this piece back. This little piece here. I just had to push that back for this section. So that's neat. That's done. And then I'm taking two of these fellas. So that's it, two of those. And another two of these Batman style grappling hook looking things. Great. Okay, so I need to push this piece into this, like so. And then I zoom up to the edge, so it looks like that. Just push it back out a little bit. That's it. Oh. And then what do we do? What do we do? Oh, hang on. Oh, we push it right the way through. You push it right the way through, so that's on top, and that just goes shoop through like that. Okay, so I need to make two of those. That's one, and then the other one is this, and that one together, and we. Ow. There we go. Just push it through like that. So there's no pain quite like Lego when you catch your fingers in it or pinch your fingers with it. But it's quite a unique misery. Anyway, right, so where do these go? Okay. So then these get sunk into the holes between the sections there, and they go in. How do they go in? They go in like this by the looks of it. One, and then two. Here we go. That one there. Shoop. Perfect. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I like that. That's pushed nicely to the back. Right. Next page. We are on page 54. Step 47, which now requires two of these fellas. Two of those fellas like that, and two of these fellas like that. There we go. There we go. Right, so
they appear to go onto the end of the... I'm very confused by this one. Right, so they go into this like that. I can move my fingers out of the way. So they go into this like so. These ones are always a bit tricky. That's it, like that. And then this one, the same seats, like this. So I hold that side, and then like that. There we go. Perfect. So then they're supposed to go on the car somehow, like, well, like in the image. So they gotta go. How do they go? So let me just have a quick look at that. Okay. Is that right? So on this side, which I believe is like this. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, one that side. And one this side. Like so. And then I assume they both get pushed down flat. So they're like that. Great. Like that. That's it. Okay. So next we need two robot clampy arms. Two robot clamp arms. And two of these grey bits here as well. Great. And then that goes oh, I just need one of the grey things. So, okay, so two go on like so. So they clamp on like this. Cool. And then they go on to the middle section here like this. And so they look like that. Neat. Okay. Okay. Now I need one of the red jobbies like this. Oh, throwing that around. But there it is. There it is. Right. And then that just goes on here. Lovely. Nope, nope. Oh dear. I messed that up now. My bad. It's fine though. I just pulled a little piece out, but it's back in place already. So nothing to worry about. So all that does is this, in that little section there, this little fella pops into here like so. Neat. Love it. Oh, and that's section 2 completed. Okay, we're on to section 3 now. Very nice. Okay, so let me just scooch these spares. It's lovely getting spares. I like getting spares from the Lego. That's it. Try not to weight Raisin. There we go. So recycle that piece. We'll pour out this lovely bit. And that's it. Ta-da. That's empty. Recycle that piece at some point as well. And away we go. So this next piece, these are the bits you get inside. And there's this kind of cool little exciting, whoa, that does look cool. I like that. And there's some sort of mini traffic light thing, or it's an American stoplight style thing, whatever that is. Johnny Five's eyes, some grills, neat, whatever that blue piece is. There's a blue piece there. Some cool pieces. Loving it. Okay. Now, yeah, I was saying that Raisin is tired. I'm just going to check. She's still fast asleep under the table, bless her. Oh, she's so cute. But yeah, so Raisin is fast asleep. and I broke her. Basically, she seemed a bit bored yesterday at home, and we took her out for a short walk, but it was just kind of around the block, and she's only a puppy, and she's about 6 months old now, and she got her half an hour, but it wasn't the most exciting walk because I felt a bit bad, and I was going to take her on a longer walk this morning, and I got up and did the work that I needed to do, and it was such a nice day out. I thought, I'm going to take Raisin to the beach, and where we're living here in Scotland, we're living in Aberdeen, and it's a beautiful part of the country, and they have a massive, massive beach, and it just goes on for miles. Like, the coastal path is just incredible, and you can see very far out into the North Sea, and it's just awesome. And it was such a nice day today. I thought, why the heck not? We've got to get out and do something together. Least of all because I could do with the exercise as well, to be honest. So we went out and we took the car and we had a nice drive over and parked by the beach. Took a lovely walk down, and we met some lovely people. Just some very genuinely delightful people. And one lovely lady gave Raisin a couple of dog treats, and Raisin met some other puppies, and she was so excited. So yeah, we had a lovely time, and she really enjoyed herself, and she had a good sniff down in the water and along the beach and all the driftwood and seaweed and bits and pieces she could find. And she had lots of treats, lots and lots of treats, because I'm still trying to train her to come when she's called and respond to the whistle. And as you can imagine, the roar of the sea as it's coming in is so loud, and it's hard to be heard. So I'm having to blow this whistle really hard to sort of encourage her to come when she's called. And unfortunately, one thing with a Norfolk Terrier is they don't really have very good road sense. So they can't really go off the lead because they get excited about something, or if they see what they consider to be prey, and in Raisin's case that seems to be feathers floating in the breeze or a leaf blowing across the path, and without any sort of thought to their own safety, they'll bound into traffic if they're not kept secure. So unfortunately Raisin has to stay on her lead at the moment, just so that she's not a danger to herself, really. But we've got one of those lovely extendable leads, and she has a great time getting out and about in that. But yeah, she had such a lovely time, and she's absolutely shattered now. So she'll be asleep until about, I imagine, 3 or 4 o'clock today. So a good 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, bless her. She's a good one. So, right. So here we go. I'm gonna make some Johnny Five Eyes. I always call them Johnny Five Eyes. I'm gonna pop it together now so I can show you what I mean properly. If you've ever seen Short Circuit, I recommend it because it's really fun. So there we go. That's what I mean there. Let me do a proper close-up for you here with this one. So this panel moves up and down. It's just a hinge, really, but I always think it looks a bit like the robot from Short Circuit, or possibly Wally, really. So Wally, because there are some similarities there. So yeah, and that's the other one here. So that's it. I'm showing my age there by talking about Short Circuit, but I loved it as a kid. Thought it was so funny. There we go. And that robot is still really cool. Right, so I'm gonna pop in the Johnny Five Eyes / hinges into this section here. Or am I? Why is that not working? Okay, I just need to maybe lift the eyes up first to begin with. There we go. That's it. So it won't close flush because of the wheel arch, but it's not meant to. I believe that's for some sort of panel support or something in a second. So I'll pop this around this side, and you can see what I've done here with this one. So I'm taking this, popping this upright like that, and then I shall pop her in there, and that's it, and then that can come down. Job done. Great. Okay, so this thing gets cooler and cooler, so this appears to be the time Mr. Fusion sort of thing, or I'm not entirely sure, but it's really neat. So that's going to go on to the back there. That's it. There we go. Let me do it in front of the camera again. So that one's going to go on the back there, just securing itself into place there, and then I pop this little hat on top like that. Brilliant. So there, this is really starting to shape up now. Okay, and then I've got this teeny tiny blue bar, so I shall pop in, and that just goes into the sections here behind the funny thing with the hat there. So that just pops into place here behind there. Neat. Okay. Right now we need a little mini traffic light looking thing. So that's kind of a new piece. I don't really recognize that. I wonder if they're made specifically for this kit, or if they're just, oh, don't want to lose that, made for this kit, or if they're a new piece entirely that give you new advantages when building with Lego. Oh yeah, and then you need 2 of these little red jobbies as well. Okay, so they go together like so. Is that right? That's it. Right off, that's it. So they go together like that. Ta-da. Together like this. And then they go onto the end of the blue sections here, like so. That's it. And then I'll do this one as well. And I'll pop in over that side here. Very nice. Oh, not very neat, but very nice. That's it. Let's see if I can straighten that up without damaging it too much. That's great. Breaking the bit that I've done. Right, next section. So we now need to make some panels at the side here, by the looks of it, and that of course requires 2 of these, 2 of those fellas. There we go. And 2 of these, the short ones with the flat tops. Very nice. Okay, great, lovely. So I'm going to take this and we're just going to pop it onto here like so. So that one goes here, and the little panel goes that way round to look like that. There we go. Lovely. And then we do the same on this side. Yep, same on this side. And we pop that there like so. Cool. And then we just need a couple of these pieces, and they go just like this. That's cool. And that one goes like that, I think. Yeah, very nice. Okay, that's cool. Here we are. And then next section, we need, what do we need? We need 2 of these. No, 1 of these, apologies, and 1 of another type, wherever that has gone. There it is. So 2 of those, and then we need 2 of these things one of those, and one of those. That's it. So, how does that translate to the car? So they go, okay, right, so this bit goes here, on top of the blue and the black section, like that, and then your fin, this thing, goes on top of the red one, like this, just like that. And then we do the same on the opposite side. So pop that in there, and then pop that one in there. That's great. Fantastic. Okay, right, so what's next? So we've got one of those, and one of those, we actually need two of each, but I'm just going to show you one of each for now. There we go, and there's clear one, and then three red ones to make this weird little light thing by the looks of it. That's cool, right? Okay, so we pop them together like this. So those two together like that, and then we put the clear one on next. Oh, they're so sharp, and they tend to pinch the skin. Like, they're really hard to pull apart as well once they're together. But if you get your fingers in the way as you're pressing it, and they don't have pinch, so it's almost weird, like getting a paper cut. But they don't break the skin or damage, but they kind of sort of compress the skin, and it feels a bit weird for a second. So, but it's all part of the joy, I suppose, of building a Lego thing. Right, so I'll just quickly put together the second one. Just throw those together, and then you'll have two of these funny, neat little items. There we go. And I'm not sure where they go either, so I'm looking forward to the next page to see what they're supposed to do. But they look like this. See that in close up. Pretty neat, don't they? So let's see both of them. Cool. Right, see what they do. Next page. Okay. So they go on the back of the car somewhere. Yeah. So they go onto there, like that. So, and then now that looks a bit flimsy. So what I imagine is, if you'll see what I mean, once you put this one onto there, it's again held on by one piece. So what I imagine there'll be in a second is there'll be a one piece that goes over both of those to secure them together. But look at that, like before you realise, like the back of the car is really starting to shape up. It's so exciting. I just love this film so much, and I've always thought the car was so iconic, so cool. So I'm in hog heaven. So, okay, so all that remains on this bit is I just need to add a couple of these little amber little triangular pieces. So there they are. And I'm going to throw that. You've got to put them onto each of the lights that we've just added there. So that's your indicator lights. You've got your stop. Oh, that's so cool. I knew they were the lights at the back, but look at that. So you've got your reverse lights, you've got your stop lights, and then you've got your indicators. That's just so cool. Like, I just didn't put it together in my head for a second. Now I see it. I'm like, bravo, guys. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just so nicely coming together. Right. Okay, what's next? What have we got? So I need one of these grey pieces that are a tour and a flatty. And then there's a plastic grill in black here that has to go on it as well. Okay, so let's just push that forward. Right, and I'm going to pop that on like this. Pop it on like that. Lovely. And then, hang on, throw it around. That just goes on here like that. So I'm quite surprised because there's nothing for that yet. But of course, if you've seen Back to the Future, there's something we're missing. And I won't say what it is yet, but that's going to be pretty neat. I know what goes there. Okay, right, let's put the car back into the main shot, and you can see how the build is getting on as we speak. So, okay, as we speak, I don't know what I'm saying half the time. Right, this is just some inane ramblings from someone who just likes Lego and ASMR and never shuts up. So, right then, so where were we? So I've got this grill built, and there we go. Yes, so okay. So I'm adding these pieces into here like so. So I need 2 of the clear panels on one side, like that, and then I pop in the little thing like that. That. So, and then pop in these 2 bits like this. There we go. That's what that looks like now. There we go. Neat, neat, neat. Neat, neat, neat. And then that. Oh, where's that going? There. Nope. Ah, there we are. So that's that. Like this. And just for close up, look at that. That's cool. Excellent. Right. So, next on the agenda is this funny looking piece here, plus this one, plus this thing, like that. So that's that. So then I just need to put these together to make okay, so does that go on like this? Right, okay. And then the black one goes like that. And now we've got another decal to put on. Decal number 4. So decal number 4, which is this fella. Right then. And then so that makes this neat. And then I think we have to do the opposite way around and pop it on here like so. That's it. Cool. And that goes on the side like that. Great. And then we do the same for the other side. And away we go. And then that is decal number 3, which is the opposite one there. Very cool. Very cool. Brilliant. There we go. So that's that. And again, that goes on this side like so. Very nice. You okay, Raisin? You alright, love? Ah, good girl. Good girl. Right then. Right, so that's section 3 complete now. So we've got section 4 and then section 5. I've got a feeling section 5 might be the final panels that go around the machine, the time machine, the DeLorean. So this is number 4. So no danger of waking Raisin. throw that on there, and I've got these lovely pieces right here. So that's nice and empty. So I'll recycle that one later. And then let's see where we're up to with our little pan across of the camera. See what pieces we've got to build here. So we've got some sort of moving parts there. Oh, more wheel arches. Thought we were about to get onto the final wheels. Nice red block. I love the colour red. That's fantastic. Some neat thing here. Not sure what that is yet, but that could be the bumper grill or something. But we'll see. But yeah, more of the same, but also some cool bits and pieces. So that's fantastic. Right then, back to Speed Champions. Let's do it. Okay, so I need one white piece here and one of the threer. Oh, there's a little steering wheel as well. Hee hee, cool. Right, a threer. Where's the threer? That's the threer. There we go. Right then, so we pop those in at the front. So we put the white one at the front here, like that. That's it. And then what do we do with this? We put it off center this side for the thing there. So it's actually quite off center. If I show you, that's put that back on. I just knocked off some piece. Whoops, there we go. So it's off center at the moment. I imagine that's for the steering wheel, because that's the British cars drive on the right. So I guess we'll figure it out. Yeah, it's probably where the instruments go or something like that. So instrument panel. Right, okay. So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually feeling quite tired, possibly because we've been to the beach today already and had a good walk around. But hopefully you're feeling tired too, and my lovely voice, is lulling you off to sleep, or just the monotony of me building this Lego is possibly doing that. Because when I was young, when I was a kid, I hope I'm still fairly young, but when I was a kid, I used to get the Wibbly feeling, the ASMR feeling, just from watching television and watching kids programs where they would show you how to build stuff. And I used to find that so relaxing that I'd just be like on the sofa, on the couch, just half asleep, with like tingles, and could barely lift my hands, and so nice, and that's probably a good reason to talk about why this channel's called that Wibbly feeling ASMR. Is because when I was a kid, I had no idea what ASMR was. It wasn't a thing back then. But it wasn't a thing back then. I just knew it as the Wibbly feeling, and to be honest, I thought I was special and unique, and I thought it was just me, that felt it. And it wasn't until I was in my late teens and I met a friend, and the Wibbly feeling would, that Wibbly feeling, like just so lightheaded and relaxed. And I remember being in school once in chemistry class, and I had a chemistry teacher, and he had such a soft voice that I found it so hard to stay awake almost in his lessons, because it was just so relaxing that I just couldn't help myself. It was very strange. And I remember, like, I used to like chemistry. I love science and chemistry, biology, physics, all of that stuff. I'm a real sort of nerd for it, and I find it fascinating. But I used to get sort of commended for my enthusiasm, but I was always told off for my handwriting, because my handwriting was almost illegible in some cases, and it was because my teacher's voice was so soft. I'm trying to grip a pen like this. I'm trying to hold a pen and write, and I could barely keep my hand closed. I could barely do it, and so my handwriting would just get all sort of wibbly and wobbly as well, and it was a bit embarrassing, really. And I couldn't exactly say that to my teacher. "Oh, sorry, sir, but your voice sends me off to sleep," because I'd have been in detention probably. But that's kind of where the Wibbly feeling comes from,
and the only other person I met is one of my best friends at university, and we were chatting about this feeling. It just came up in conversation, and we were both like, "Oh my goodness, the Wibbly feeling," and like we couldn't, we couldn't help ourselves. Like, just talked about it a lot, and yeah, and even now to this day, I'll send her like ASMR stuff, and I'll be like, "Check out this one; it'll give you the Wibbly feeling." And now, of course, I understand what ASMR is, and I used to work with a guy. About a decade ago, and he just mentioned it once and was like, "Oh, have you ever heard of this?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, the Wibbly feeling," and it looked a bit silly, but talking about it in those terms. But yeah, that was sort of my context for it, and and he was the one that got me onto my first ASMR video and the ASMR community as a whole. So I have him to thank for that. So my friend Graham, not the same Graham that got me onto encouraged me to buy this. But my friend Graham, who I work with, who I admittedly haven't spoken to in a long time, but Graham, lovely guy, and got me to watch my first video, which was Maria, Gentle Whispering. And yeah, we were, yeah, it just, and it snowballed from there. Like, I just, like, instant reaction, instant hit of wibbly ASMR feeling, tingles, all of that. And I remember it was just a simple towel folding video that Maria was doing, and I was just amazed. And she's so good, and obviously she's like one of the founders of ASMR community. She's a huge giant, in her field amongst the community, and quite rightly so. Just a wonderful person, to watch, and just so friendly, and yeah, I'm gushing now. Big fanboy that I am, but yeah, I loved. Yeah, I've never looked back. I really loved ASMR stuff since then. I've gone on to Fred's Voice and countless others. There's so many. Like, I apologise because my memory is not so good at the moment because I'm so tired. But I haven't mentioned everybody, but there are so many of you out there that I admire and I just love to watch. So yeah, so Graham, if you're watching this by any chance, and you think it's probably you. So thank you very much. And yeah, but yeah, the wibbly feeling. I just I thought if I'm gonna have an ASMR channel, might as well call it that wibbly feeling ASMR. So there we are. Yeah, but I want to do like several things with the channel. I want to, if if as long as you listen, I'll keep making them, and and maybe I'll just make them anyway because I find it relaxing to do this. And I bought the stuff now. I've got a tripod and a microphone and all that stuff, and I just enjoy doing it for fun, really. So but I'll keep making them. But I love doing things like reading children's stories, so I thought I might do something like that at some point. And with my sort of lispy, soft-spoken voice that I've got, if it works for people, then yeah, I'd be delighted. There we are. I thought I'd lost a piece then, but there it is. Oh yeah, that goes on there. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm rambling on, and I've not actually shown you what I've been building for the last couple of minutes. But is that right? That can't be right. Yeah, that's right. So where do you go? 2, 3, 4 by 6. One on each side. One on each side? That can't be right. Is that right? Oh, it is right, because that's the panel. Yeah. Sorry, talking to myself there. Habit of a lifetime. Okay, right, so that's that section done. Right, come on, Marty, let's get this done. So I'm just talking to Marty. I just realised when I was saying earlier, oh, we're about a third of the way through the build. I was taking the whole context of this whole page. It's actually 2 pages, so we've now made it to about 2/3 of the build. So this is quite an epic. I might have to split this ASMR video into 2, but maybe not. Maybe just let it run because
it's nice to fall asleep to these things, isn't it? And just let it run on. Right. So I need one of these fellas. Oh, hang on, one of those fellas, and a steering wheel. Amazing. And I need this little topper. Is that the right one? Yeah, I think, yeah, that's it. And that one there. So those three items pop together to make a steering wheel in a second. Right, so that goes on there like that. And then this one goes in here like that. And that's your steering wheel. Neat. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I love Lego. It's so cute. So I've got my steering wheel and I've got my piece there like that. There we go. So it goes in like this. How cool. This is really starting to take shape now. Look. Wicked. Right, okay. So now I've got the time circuits. Oh my goodness, look at this. Isn't this so cool? Look at the time circuits. Oh my goodness. That's so neat. Oh, that's awesome. Right, so the time circuits, I'll just show you straight away. So the time circuits go right next to the steering wheel, like so. So pop that in like that. Oh, hang on, pop that in like that. That's neat, look at that. Can you see that? How cool is that? Oh my goodness. Come on, that's it, focus. 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 Look at that. Right, so that's that. And then, is it supposed to be... That's right, isn't it? Yeah, directly behind the steering wheel. Perfect. Right then, I'll zoom back out. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice a bit there. But yeah. Okay, right then. So next page. So we've got some flat pieces like that. Oh, there we go. Oh no. That's it. So we've got some flat pieces like that. That's it. And we've also got another decal, which is decal number 5, which is that one there. Okay, great. So that goes next to the time circuits on here. So I'm just going to quickly pop that together. And yeah, oh, that's cool. It says plutonium chamber. This is so neat. Oh, this is a really satisfying build. I haven't built a Lego for a while because I've been saving some up for this. I've had a few bits of Lego for my birthday and for Christmas, and I've been so excited. Look at that, isn't that so cute? Plutonium chamber. There we go. So there we are. Yeah, so I've been saving up a few models and things to build, and I must have been so excited to get on with it. But yeah, there we go. So next bit, this is the other side of the panel now that goes on this side. So just here. So I'm just gonna crack on and throw these together. Yeah, I feel like we're hitting the home straight now, and it's coming along nicely. So you might be wondering as well, by the way, I live in Aberdeen, here in Scotland, but why do I have such a different accent? I don't sound Scottish, and I'm not. My wife is from Aberdeen, she is Scottish, and she's the more Scottish one, as I like to call her, very affectionately. And we have lived here in Aberdeen for a couple of years now. We moved here from London, and I'm not from London either. I'm originally from Gloucestershire, and hence the accent. It comes and goes because I've been living in London for about 20 years, and I went to university up north, and people couldn't understand a word I said because I used to talk so fast. I still do when I'm overexcited, and I had to learn to enunciate and slow down my speech a bit. So my accent kind of comes in and goes depending on my concentration levels and my excitement. But I do like the idea of leaning into my accent a bit more, doing these ASMR videos, because a soft accent or quite a pronounced accent is something that also does it for me, wibbly feeling wise. So, you know, for example, I could be talking like this and talking about like coming from Gloucestershire and being quite close to Bristol, not that far away, you know, somewhere near Cheltenham, a bit further south than Cheltenham, but like, you know, much further north than Bristol, quite near Cardiff, and love the Welsh accent. So yeah, maybe I'll do some more ASMR where I just let my accent come out and properly go for it. And people will find that amusing, I hope. There we go. Right, so next panel. What do I do with that then? So that goes on there. That's it. So very much like the other panel. So I'm hiding it there. So this one is the first panel we put on, and then this side here is the next panel to go on. So I'm just slowly building my way through that. There we are. So that's that, and then finally that's it. So there we go. So that's that panel on there on the side. Totally losing my voice, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There we go, and then I'll pop that together there, and that together there, and we have something that looks a bit like this. There we go. Great. Okay, then I've got all these neat pieces. This is great. So that then, what that becomes. So hang on. So you turn it round, and that goes like that. Yeah, I think it does. And then that one goes on. That's these neat little pieces here. They go into this like so. Like that. That must be the bumper. Ah, yeah, it's the bit that goes under there, isn't it? You can see it. That's cool. All right. Okay, let's get there. Let's keep it going. Right, so we pop in 2 of these, like that. Oh, I've used the wrong one. No. Oh yes, I have. Yeah, there it. No, I've not used the wrong ones, but there's an extra piece that I missed off. I didn't add these bits here. You see those bits there? I just forgot to add that on, so I can pop that one off and show you. But I forgot to add those. So there we go. Great stuff. Okay. Then we take the blue one and this blue fella. Pop that there, like that. That's it. And then I'll pop this one on here. And this one up here. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So that's that done. Right. And then this section goes into the front of the car. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. That goes there, and then into this. And you, oh, look how that's stepped there. There's a step there, and then that goes in very nicely into there. Very satisfying. Bang. And then I imagine something will go across that to lock it into place. Beautiful. What a beautiful car. My friend Graham was right. This is very satisfying. Right then, so 1 red block, and that's going to go exactly where I said to lock in the panel. Very nice. And then that leaves 2 grey sections just here and here to put the wheel arches in. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. So that one goes there, and then this one goes here. So we're coming up close to the end of this now. I mean, we've still got a wee way to go, but not too much now. So, and then Sorry, that weird little laugh was because I just spotted something. We're on part 87 of the build. So, but I need to take this black. Oh no, that's it. That's part 87 where you put the wheels and the red block in, right? And then let me show you part 88 because they've gone from 87 to 88 pages per hour or something like that. But 88, that's neat. Nice touch, Lego. Well done, guys. Well done. You can take all my money forever. That's cool. Right, so now I need this funny little piece here and this piece here. And that just, if I turn it in line with the image, so that is just to pop that piece there, like that, and then that piece there, like that. There we go. Very nice, very nice. So, I don't know what it is, but I quite like it when things are a little bit asymmetrical, not quite the center and stuff. It just, something satisfying about that. Okay, so next piece. This final piece goes here. No, it doesn't. It goes there. Oh no, no, it goes there. That's it. That goes there. There we go. And then this black panel to just go at the front there, just to line up and cover those bits there. So I'm just going to take that and just push that together just to make sure it's nice and neat and secured. But look at that. This just implies something's going to clip onto this and make some cool little panels and stuff. So this is going to be good, I think. Okay, so I think that's the end of part 4. So yeah, so we've got two little bits left over, which I'm just going to chuck on the side, and we've got a clear table, and this is where we're up to now with part 4. So we're getting there, and it doesn't look too put together at the front yet. It doesn't look too iconic. It doesn't quite look like it, but when you get to the back, look at that. That's awesome. I really like that. Okay, right, so let's pop that back down then, and I'll flip it around. Actually, put that over to the side. Number 5. There we go. And we'll recycle that. And then these are the contents. I imagine should be a lot of grey panels. Oh, and there's another 5. There's a baby 5 within mummy 5. So yeah, they've got an extra one to build now. But yeah, look, you've got tires and panels and all sorts. That's awesome. Right, here we go. Oh, I love the sound of Lego. There we go. Right then, so let's just spread that out a bit, and we'll have a wee look and see what that shows us now. So what have we got? Okay, we've got a nice satisfying square panel. 4 really sturdy tires, actually. They feel really good. Nice feel, actually, very sturdy. What else have we got? A thing for, is that Mr. Fusion's top? Or, oh no, they're hubcaps. They're hubcaps. Oh, I love that so much. That's so good. What's this? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what this is, but I love it. I love it. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is going to be so cool. Okay, right. Onwards and upwards. Let's carry on. Right. So we've got, oh, and also we need our 2 funny, wobbly little thingies that we had right at the start of this video. So, okay, so first of all, I need 2 of these funny, flat wee panels. So 2 of those, plus the square. Oh, 2 of those, plus the square. 2 of those, plus the square. And then these funny little arrow-shaped ones. Okay, so we're putting panels onto Mr. DeLorean. So we pop this one here, like that. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it was in 5, 5. There it is. Found ya. Found ya. Little scamp. There we go. Pop you in there. There we go. Oh, everything's all right with the world again. So, panic over. Okay, right, now I want 2 of these. 2 of those fellas. 2 of the double versions of those. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And then I need a thing and a thing. And a couple of clamps again. Okay. So, how do they work? Okay, so first of all, the big one goes here, like this. And then this one goes here, like this. Look at that. That's starting to look really cool. And then we put the clamp with it facing that way, there. That's him. And then this one here, like that. And then the 2 little panels behind it, like that. That's right. There we go. Look at that. That's starting to come together very nicely. Oh, let me take the hood. Not the hood, that's the hood. That's what the Americans call the hood, isn't it? That's what we call the bonnet here in Great Britain. I mean this bit, the canopy. There we go, the roof. And then we just push that into place. I kind of want to put Marty in the dock in there though. Can I do that now? Or do I have to wait till the end? Maybe I'll just... Oh, hang on. Oh, that just goes on top for now. It just... Oh, there. I see. It just goes on top, but it's not ready to go on top yet, I believe. Okay, so next one doesn't look like it's ready to go on top yet. So this one, we are... I need 2 white panels like that. Oh, no, that's... Oh, no, that spoils it. I'm going to cut that. Right, so 2 white panels like this. 2 white panels. And then 2 grey panels like this. Somewhere. Where's the other grey one? Oh, I'm getting desperate now. I'm trying to finish this. I want to finish it so badly. So it's... And then we've got this. And then we've got this. That's it. And then... 2 of those. And one of those, and one of those, and another one of those to make 2. And then another one of those to make that fella. That fella there. There we go. Right. Okay, so we take this and a white piece and we pop those together like so. Very satisfying flap sound when they come together. And then that lies flat on its back. And we add this one at the back like this. It looks like that. Then we take it that way around and we add that to the top like this. And then we put the rear, the smaller, sorry, that looks like this. Oh dear. There we go, it looks like that. And then we put this one on here like that. And that's all very, very nice. Job's done. That's it. And I've got to build 2 of those. So I'll just try that again with less fumbling. So I put those together. That one goes in behind. That goes on top. Like that. And that goes there. Like that. Perfect. There we go. That's 2 of those. Now where do they belong? Oh, that way. No wonder that wasn't looking right. No wonder that wasn't looking right. That has to go in. Oh no, that is right. It goes in like that. Yeah, I've been doing it. I've done that other one now. That's it. And then that one goes in like that. That's it. That's better. Right, they go like that. And then those pieces go, unsurprisingly, like that. One there, and then one there. There we go. Not bad. That's really starting to look like the iconic DeLorean now, isn't it? Wicked. Okay. So then, that's together. Then, oh, we're making the grill by the looks of it. So I need one of these grey pieces and this funny sort of unique piece. I've not seen that before, but that looks really cool. Okay, so that goes in the front there, bang, like that. And then we take a couple of light looking things like this. That's it, and we press them together like this. Press. There we go, lovely. And then we have got, okay, we need to take two panels, one like that, and they both have little fronts to them as well, which are, they look like little light decals. They're really neat, and we pop those into there like this. So let me just make sure I'm doing it in the correct way. So they pop in at the front like that. Is that right? No, they pop in at the back. Oh, did you hear that snap? That was awesome. So that's what it looks like when it's housed, right? And then this one the same. Oh, I don't know if you can hear this, but we'll get rid of my fumbling, but we'll definitely keep the snap. So let's try not to break this one. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that sounds so nice. I just tried to show this to the microphone. Oh dear. Okay. Anyway, right. So that's that built, and then these go on here like this. I think. Yeah, that's it. They go together like that. And that's what that looks like there. Okay. Right, and now I need two of the little bobbly bits here, and they go like this, like that, one, and then another triangular bobbly bit there, like this. There we go. There we go. How's that? Is that looking good? Is that looking good? Okay, so they're together. Next, I need to put the side lights. Need to put the side lights on. There we go. Boop, like that. And then this one, boop, like this. Two side lights. And then, oh, and then one more decal. Decal number one for one of the coolest logos ever. DMC for DeLorean Motor Company. I think. No, it must be. Must be. Right. Okay, so that goes on this panel here. Just make sure I got it right. So that's only, I almost had it completely wrong. So that goes on very, very gently. Slightly skew-if, but I'd rather have it skew-if. Slightly skew-if now. But I'd rather have it skew-if than try and take it off and risk ruining it. But that looks nice. Okay. And then that goes on here like so. Da 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 da. There we go. Very nice. That is really coming together. Oh, I'm so pleased with this build. Graham, you are absolutely right. This is a very satisfying build. Okay. Right, oh, and then you're supposed to put the grill on. I didn't realise. Okay, let me put that on first. Right, let's pop that on. That's in place now. Oh, look, oh dear. Looking good though, looking good. Okay, very nice. Very nice. My wife will kill me if I scratch this tape, but it's fine. Right, very nice. Then, what do we need next? Okay, so that's on. We are at the, we need one of these, one of those, and then one of these. That's great. So that's to go around the side. So for this panel, I put one here, one there, doot, and then that glass goes which way up? Goes that way. Okay. Got to get the positioning right because it won't look right when it's on the thing. And then that goes on this side, just under here, and that will help lock it together and keep this car from falling apart. There we go. Cut that. Okay, and then I assume it's exactly the same on the other side. Right, so we'll take that one off, and then we'll take this one, and we'll pop that onto there. Right, and then pop this one on there, like that. Just like that, that's it. And then again, we straighten that up, and then we pop it into place. Oh, hang on. Yeah, and we pop it into place just like that. There we go. And just have a little wobble of bits and pieces to make sure it all fits together nicely. But that's looking iconic now. Look at that, that's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Loving it. Okay. Right, next piece is cabling. Ah, it's a cable. I thought this was the connector. I thought this was the connector that goes from the clock tower to the back of Marty's car. So when it hits the light, the rod, it's not that at all. It's not that. I think this is that, but this bit is cabling for the pipes and stuff that go into the. Well, I'll show you. Look at this. So it connects to here. Oh, can't show you because of my hand in the way. There we go. Connects to here. Boom. Then it goes up and over and connects into this grippy thing here, like that. Then it goes down. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. Then it goes down and then connects through. What does it do? Connects through there and there. Oh, that's lovely. And then you pull that tight, and then it connects all the way up over the back. Oh no, oh no. I've broken it. I'm breaking it. Okay, no panic. No panic. That goes then to there, and then very, very gently. There we go. Onto this. There we go. No panic. It's all in place, and it's fine. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, right. I sound like such a nerd. But I'm very happy. Okay, right, so the next section is to put some cool things on the sides. So we've got this one here. Oh, hang on, let me scooch back a little. This one here, and then we've got this one here. And we just need to duplicate those. So there's another one somewhere. There it is, two of those, and another one of those, like that. So basically, we take this and we pop that onto this fella, like this, and one goes here. Where exactly though? Looks like one goes here. Is that right? Sorry, not very good. One goes here. One goes there. That's it. So there and there. I was trying to fit it onto another piece at the back. That doesn't make sense. Right, pop that down and then put this together. And then that one goes in exactly the other side. Very satisfying. Pop together there. Nice. Look at that. That's beautiful, that is. Right. Now I need these funny little green things. I don't even know what they are. I don't think I've ever seen them in the film, but they're clearly there somewhere. That's cool. Great, okay. And then you get, there should be 2 of these green things. So there's another, there's one here. Oh no, it just goes, sorry, there we go. It's just one, but that goes in to there. It's just one. It's just a unique piece on one side. So again, like the asymmetry of things makes for a very satisfying build. And then that just slots on there like that, pop. And that makes your, whatever that is. That's neat. I'm loving that. Okay, right. And then we, oh no, oh, I've had it written the wrong way. That doesn't go on that side. It goes on this side. That's it. There we go. It goes there like that. That looks cool. Look at that. Okay, so that's on that side. And then we take 2 of these little wee rounded discs, sort of semicircles. Oh my goodness, that's cool. And then this one goes here. Oh, look at that. And it joins up. Oh, it sort of joins up. That is gorgeous. I love it. Right, okay. I'm such a geek. And then that one goes to there as well. That's awesome. And then the pièce de résistance is another panel here, just to connect it all up together, make it look totally awesome. That's it, like that. There we go. So it kind of, yeah, that's it. It just kind of floats in the middle somewhere. But look at that. That looks even better on camera than it does right in front of me. That's incredible. That's awesome. Right, now I assume we flip it over and we do exactly the same on this side. So let me just pop that in front of you there so you can see it. How cool is that? And then you've got all that detailing, and I just need to turn it around now, I think, and do the other side. So yeah, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so let me take this and just pop it here. Right, so again, I'm going to loop it onto the little notch there, take it up and over into the hook, into the little grippy thing, and then round the back, up and over, and then onto the red one, I believe. If that's not tight enough, that's it. So I pull that tighter. There we go. Pull that nice and tight. And then that goes up and over, and then onto the red one. Oh, that's good. So that's gone onto that red one there. Look at that. That's gone onto the red one. Very nice. Very nice. And again, there's the underside. Looking very, very cool. Love it. Okay. So that's that section done. Now we take your 2 remaining semi-quarter circle thingies and we pop them on as follows. So that one to join up to this one, like that, like that, and then what the heck, I'm going to just skip a step and pop that one in there because that's the next one that came to hand. And then finally I'm going to pop this one in there, and then that will kind of float in the middle again, and do that. Look at that. Isn't that something? That's lovely, that is. I'm really happy with that. Right, and the next piece to do is this. You need 2 of these funny things. So you need these 2, like that. These 2, we need these 2 things. And then one goes in, where do they go? One goes in here. One goes in there, like this. Oh, is it just like that? Yes, that's it, I think, just goes like that. And then this one goes in here. There we go, like that. And that's lovely. That's lovely, that is. Very nice. It looks like the back of the DeLorean now. Okay, so we've got a choice now. So that's the main build. And we've got a choice. We can build the one from the first one, or the one from the second one that has Mr. Fusion attached. And I have to say, I love them both. And do you know what? If I can afford it, I think I might buy another one just to keep them both around. But I really love the Back to the Future car from Back to the Future, the time machine from Back to the Future 2. So I'm going to go with that one today because it's just too cool not to, like hovering, the hover mode and everything. So let's get on with that. So that's page 128. Okay, so let's skip on to 128. Right, here we go. So putting the car into this position, that's it. And we need to take one little white disc, one of these funny little caps, and also, oh, there we go. And it even says, Mr. Fusion, I'm so grateful I don't have to add that decal to this. That would drive me mad. Right then, so let's pop this together then. So we pop, oh, I can do it in front of the camera actually. Pop that there. Pop this one on top of that, like that. And then, I really keep getting in the way of the camera, I'm sorry. So that's here, so that one's onto that. And then we just pop this on top. And then that makes your, nope, that almost makes your Mr. Fusion. There we go. Oh, almost caused a nuclear incident. There we go. So that then goes onto the back of here, just like this. I assume that Mr. Fusion points forward, because it doesn't seem to be anywhere else on the description, on the demo page. Okay. Okay, so that's a big difference, because I was going to be like, out of time. Look at that. So that was the one I was going to put on, but that is from the first film. So that one is not strictly part of the kit for the second film. So I take it away because instead of that, you've got this really cool reflective barcode thingy from the second film. And you can see, I never noticed that before in the film, but you can see the numbers 136113,966. I wonder if there's any significance to that. And if there is, maybe I'll look it up and let you know. It could be that somebody's birth date, or Robert Zemeckis' birth date, or something like that. So this just basically goes in there, and as I say, that should lock together then part of the build and stop it from like falling apart. So if I can, I'll just might take this off camera so I can let it float in. Oh no, there we go. There we go. So I'll put that together. There we are. And that's your back of your DeLorean. How cool is that? Really neat. I'm really loving this. So it's coming together very, very nicely. And yeah, look at that. Very good. Okay, right, pop that down there like that. And let's go to the next section. Right, so now you've got your 4 wheels to build. So that takes 4 of those, and 4 of those, and 4 of those, and 4 of those. Okay, so first things first, we pop together the hubcap into the wheel, like so. So it looks like that. I'll show you with another one. So there's your wheel, there's your hubcap. Nice. I might just do all 4 while I'm here. So that's very nice like that. And then last but not least, that fella pops in there. Okay, and then we flip it over, and then we take this little punchy gasket thing like that, and we just pop that in there. And as any good Lego fan knows, that's one of the most satisfying bits you can do, is where it goes. Flap. Love that. Right, and then this bit then just goes into here, and we've got ourselves a wheel panel. Okay, so it goes like that. And it moves quite freely. That's very nice. Really like that. Okay, so let's do these other satisfying little snaps. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. And that one. Oh, here we go. Ready? do one right close to the microphone. The last one. That might not have sounded as good actually, but yeah. But you get the gist of it. And then that one, and then that final one there. There we go. That final one there, done. Very nice. So, how do we put them together? Where do they go? Where do they go? Do they go like that? Oh, that's so cool. So you can barely tell, but there's two little bits there. These two little bits here, and they just slot in so smoothly. This is lovely. Okay, let me just, I say that, I'm about to break my whole, I'm about to break the car. Okay, don't you break, don't you come apart. Please, there we go. Okay, okay. Okay, that's all right. Okay, right, I'm going to do these off camera because it's not in close up at least because it's too tense. Nobody needs to lose sleep over these. So that's the wheels fitted. That's cool. I have to say that was possibly the hardest part of the build because they're only secured at either ends, and there's nothing sort of in the middle there, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I'm not besmirching the good people at Lego, but to get that into place without knocking all the panels off, which was very tricky, I ended up using the number plate from the original film build to just squeeze in and sort of smush it in there and there either side to squeeze it too, because if you push with the wheel it doesn't have much purchase and you end up inevitably knocking those about. So yeah, so that was a bit of a tricky one, but not the end of the world. It was only took a minute or two, and you know, I'm not going to show you how I managed it because it was too fiddly. But I managed to do it without swearing, and I'm very proud of myself for that. So that's great. Okay, so we're nearly there now. So we're nearly at the end of the build. The wheels are in place. Mr. Fusion's in place. The wheels were actually, even though they were tricky, they were easier than I thought they might be. I thought they'd be complicated and have like moving panels and bits and bobs, but no, it's fine. So I'm actually happy with that. Right, so I think that's it. I think we're done. Apart from the final bit, which is, so these pieces, the pieces that I've got left are done. They can just go away. So I shall put those to one side. And then what remains is to put in Marty and the dog. So Marty is supposed to be your passenger because it's Back to the Future 2, I guess. So, and then that's it. So you got Marty to put in there. And just to remind you what Marty looks like, isn't he great? I'm just going to pop him there like this. Maybe put the lid on just for a second, just so you can see Marty and Doc together, because they look great in front of the car. Look at that. And they're both smiling. I want them smiling. I don't want them looking upset. But they're really cool. Well done, guys. Great film. Okay, so let's take this and pop Marty in first. There we go. Right, does Marty... Oh yeah, so yeah, otherwise his won't fit because of his life preserver thing. That's it, not life preserver, his oh, sorry Doc. That's it, so let's pop Marty in. I just want to make sure his legs are in securely, so there we go. So Marty's pressed in now, that's great. So Marty's pressed in. Oh, that's a bit boring, isn't it? So I've used this to press Marty. Marty's in. McFly. Marty McFly. There we go. And there's looking good. And then we've got Doc. Would he fit with a spanner in his hand? Well, let's try, I guess. Although he's supposed to be driving, I might take this, take the spanner out. I can always just throw it in or something for completeness. But if he's supposed to be driving, and like, I think this is really good rules of the road for all of us. Really, like, don't drive while holding a massive wrench. Look at the size of that thing. That you can't drive and hold a wrench like that. That's just silly, really. So yeah, be road safe. Right. Okay. So there we go. So there we go. Right. That took an embarrassingly long time to fit them in and sort it all out at the end. So, but that's okay. Right. So then the last section is to just pop that onto there like this. Look at that. And that's it. That's your Back to the Future car all nicely built. Look at that. Out of town. And then very, very nice. Very, very cool. Okay, so that's your Lego Back to the Future hover car, time machine, all built. I'm really pleased with that. I need to get a stand or something for that, but I shall have it proudly on my shelf before long, where we can all see it during my next videos, I hope. Okay, right, so thank you very much for your patience and putting up with this extraordinarily long build, longer than I thought it was going to be. But I had a really good time making it. This is such a satisfying and fun, iconic design, and yeah, for the price it was and for the satisfaction I got out of it, and it just looks so cool. I'm so satisfied with this. So yeah, so you've got your Mr. Fusion, you've got your on the back there, you've got your vents, you've got your really cool lights and number plate. And of course, the hover conversion looks sweet. The engine looks totally awesome as well. So yeah, I'm really satisfied with this build, and thank you for joining me while I played with this and made a really awesome supercar. And yeah, so let me just send it in, a la Back to the Future 2. There you go. That's it. That's my Back to the Future car all finished. And thank you so much for following. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, mind how you go. Take care.